You are about to enter a realm beyond comprehension, a space where the rational fades and the inexplicable takes hold. Tonight we travel across oceans and time to places where the past lingers in the shadows and the unknown makes itself known. This is no ordinary vacation, no common home. These stories, whispered through the years, are as real as the fear that grips the soul in the dead of night. Prepare yourself, for the journey into the heart of darkness begins now.
My friend shared a chilling tale with me, a memory so horrifying it still sends shivers down her spine. When she was just 8 years old, her family moved to Germany into a decrepit old duplex. Her grandparents lived downstairs, her family upstairs. But something unnatural resided there too. At first it was subtle, almost unnoticeable. Her mother would have full conversations, thinking she was speaking to her mother-in-law, only to find no one there. And then the knocking began. Their mother awoke, the sound reverberating through the empty halls. She hesitated, then cautiously approached the staircase. Her father woke up, startled and alarmed. "Who the hell is knocking like that?" But when they reached the door, the banging ceased. They turned away, relieved, until it started again, louder and more insistent. This time something else accompanied the knocking, a sound inhuman, a clawing, growling presence, as if something monstrous was trying to break in, its presence palpable and menacing. For 3 hours they sat in paralyzed silence. Then, nothing, just an eerie stillness. They hastily packed their things. When they opened the door to leave, there were very deep, inhuman scratch marks on the door, as if someone or something was clawing to get in. They fled that very day, the fear still gripping their hearts, and they never ever looked back. Years later they would sit around the dinner table recounting the night with a shiver, the memory of the growling phantom forever etched in their minds. Even now, they wonder what truly lurked in that old house. Some say it was a restless spirit, others believe it was something far more sinister. Whatever it was, it left a mark on their souls, a fear that never truly faded.
We had traveled to Germany for a vacation, excited for adventure. But from the moment we stepped inside that old apartment, something felt wrong. There was a passageway leading to the washroom, and every time I walked through it, an icy dread crawled up my spine. One night I heard faint whispers echoing through the walls. The real horror began at Neuschwanstein Castle. As I stood on the balcony admiring the view, I heard it. A low, venomous hiss. No one else heard it, but when I stepped away, I tripped. Over nothing. That night I was drawn to the bookshelf. As I reached out, the books crashed onto me. The hiss whispered through the air again. I felt a cold breath on my neck. A few nights later, I found myself trapped in the washroom. I turned the knob, but it wouldn't budge. Then the lights flickered and went out. A figure appeared, a shape, inhuman, watching me. Then it was gone. The lights came back on, and the door opened. I bolted out, trembling, unable to sleep. The whispers grew louder each night. 3 days later we flew home, but the horror followed me. The whispers never stopped.
We were visiting family in a small German town, enjoying a peaceful dinner. The night air was crisp, the square nearly deserted, and then I saw him. He stood at the edge, unmoving. A tall figure dressed in dark clothing, his hair long and pale. Something about him felt wrong, but he didn't fall. He descended, landing effortlessly, as if gravity itself didn't apply to him. He looked at me. His gaze bore into my soul, calm, unreadable, and then just as quickly, he disappeared into the shadows. My brother saw him too, but only as a man walking away, and then I realized he never breathed. Over the next few days, strange occurrences began to unfold, unexplained phenomena, eerie events. He was always there, watching. The townspeople whispered, glancing over their shoulders, and just like that, he would vanish into thin air. Always at midnight, the clock would strike and he would appear. The square, once peaceful, now held an unsettling silence.
There are places in this world where the past lingers, where the unknown refuses to be ignored. These are the places where history and mystery intertwine, creating an atmosphere thick with secrets and shadows. As you walk through these haunted streets, you may feel the weight of countless untold stories pressing down on you. The air is heavy with whispers of the past, and every creak and groan seems to echo with the voices of those long gone. In these places, the line between the living and the dead blurs, and you may find yourself wondering if something has followed you home. The feeling of being watched, the sense of an unseen presence, can be overwhelming. The door between worlds is not just a metaphor. It is a reality in these haunted locales. Each step you take could be a step closer to uncovering a hidden truth or awakening a dormant spirit. The end, or is it?